And obviously, Coach, these kinds of fights, no pun intended, is a sometimes for the fighters is a punch to the stomach. Do you feel like Bivol should have been undisputed? He deserved to be, having all those 4 belts around his waist at this time?
Bivol is a great professional fighter. He's a gentleman inside and outside the ring. He's worked hard all his life. And not only Bivol, there's a lot of fighters around the world that walk out of the ring with the wrong decision,
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing they can do until they wait for another opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see it. I can see it like everybody else. He definitely, to me, he should have walked out of there with all 4 belts. He didn't, but he's got another opportunity. There's fighters that will never get another opportunity in their entire career. He's blessed that he's getting a second chance, and he needs to take advantage of this chance because there's opportunities that come once in a lifetime. Mm-hmm. If you get a second opportunity, you gotta take advantage of it and make the best of it. Now, he didn't walk out of the ring that day with 4 belts as an undisputed fighter, but he has another chance to get that opportunity to walk out there and be the undisputed champion.
We've heard of those stories of Oscar De La Hoya coming up short in that Tito Trinidad fight, and his father reaches out and gives him that those words that kind of help help the win. Did you reach out to Bivol or to Well,
I saw Bivol. I was with him in London for the Ring Magazine
Awards.
The Ring Magazine Awards, and yeah, we had a little conversation there,
Okay.
And he's happy that he's getting back, for a second chance, and he's really focused. One thing I know about Dimitri Bivol is this: he's a very professional man. I see it when you speak to him, and he has that confidence that everything's gonna be all right, and I'm gonna make those adjustments, and they're gonna raise my hand at the end of the fight. And you could tell when he's talking, he's full of confidence, and that's what a fighter needs. You gotta have that confidence. You gotta believe in yourself. I was already in there once. I already tested those waters. So same thing for Beterbiev. Beterbiev already tested those waters. So now he needs to make adjustments, because those adjustments that Bivol's making, they're gonna make it harder on him. And he's already 41 years old. So it's a big difference.
Yeah.
The only thing is that Beterbiev has that heavy hand. Heavy hand. So you have to be very careful and elevate your volume of punches. Smother him a little bit. Don't let him throw much. So it's more decisive. You need to be more decisive on your performance. So when the end of the fight comes, they declare you as the winner.
Yeah. And obviously their styles are very different, but
Of course.
but they have some stuff that are very similar. Both Eastern European fighters, like you said, they're very professional, stoic.
Yeah.
Sometimes they say a coach's dream, right? These kinds of fighters. What is something that these two men will share, 20 years from now, when this is all said and done?
What will they share? Well, they will share to the world that they were at their prime, and they delivered a great match for the fans, because the first match everybody was waiting for, and everybody was looking forward to that fight. And now that it's over, the controversy of the decision makes it more exciting for the fans to look forward to the second one. And obviously, hopefully it's a great fight, so the fans can talk about it years from now, and that's a great gift for the fans. Something to talk about when they enjoy a great fight, when they're paying for something that they enjoy.
And obviously you're going to be out there with Madrid Mob, but after your fight's over, you're going to be able to kind of take that fight in. What kind of emotions do you go through when you're seeing a fight like that? I know when it.
Well, I've been in this sport for so long. Emotions. I don't mix emotions with the sport. I'm already. This is how it goes. Only God knows what's going to happen. We can predict and we can say whatever we want, but at the end of the day, everybody's destiny is already written. So if we walk in the ring and we walk out on our feet with good health, that's a win. But obviously, if we come out with a win, with a victory after the match, that's cherry on top. But we prepare ourselves to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The rest depends on everybody else. I mean, we walk with that mentality that we're gonna go perform to win, and sometimes we win and we don't. So, I mean, we're already at the point where, you know, those emotions is like, hey, obviously the adrenaline, you know, get a little adrenaline rush, but other than that, a little bit of nerves. Why? Hopefully everything goes well. Not about winning or losing. It's about hopefully everything goes well. You know?
So before the first fight, a lot of people felt that it was a 50-50 fight. I feel like after the fight, people are like, oh, it's even. It is a 50-50 fight. Now that we've seen that Bivol can box, he withstood the power. You know, he boxed well. First person to not get knocked out to ruin Beterbiev's 100% knockout ratio. With that said, how close do you see this fight? Is it 51-49? Do you feel like it's still 50-50?
After the first fight, I see it at 60-40 in favor of Bivol.
Okay.
Because Bivol, it's, to me, there's that we call this the strength, who is Beterbiev, and the brain. I mean, the smart, who is Bivol. Obviously, strength can be controlled with a smart fighter. He already knows. By Bivol being the smarter fighter, his adjustments are going to be better than Beterbiev, because Beterbiev has only one gear: go forward, try to knock you out, because that's what makes him who he is, the great fighter that he is. There's fighters that have that knockout ratio high, and they want to prove to the world that he can knock you out. So basically, they're gonna go just like Raging Bull straight at you. But there's a guy that doesn't have that knows that he's not that fighter, that he can mix it up, box. His record is not full of knockouts, but he's a technician. He's gonna go there and, you know, play with the bull like the matador is, you know. And I just think that at this one, after he tested the waters with him already, he already knows. He felt his power. He felt his power and his pressure. So I just think that now it's about just making a smart strategy.
And not to put words in your mouth, so you're saying that Beterbiev is a very, very good one-dimensional kind of fighter.
To me, Beterbiev is a one-dimensional fighter. He's just going forward, as you can see him in all his fights. He's just going forward, trying to knock you out. I mean, I've never seen a boxer move around the ring. Have you?
No.
He's just bell rings. He's gonna go try to knock you out because that's him. That's just him. That's just his style. Try to knock you out. That's why he has so many knockouts. You stay in front of him. If you stop in front of him and exchange with him, he's gonna knock you out because he has power. But if you move on him, you throw him out because he cannot hit something that's moving. Now, if you stop and get inside and lean on him, you don't know what to do because he needs that space to throw to knock you out.
So let's say that Bivol does, you know, what you predict he's gonna do. Outbox him. He obviously has read and downloaded the Beterbiev script, and he does outbox him and goes the distance again. Do you feel like the judges will favor him this time around? Okay.
Definitely. But like I said, it has to be decisive. It has to be decisive where in the later rounds, Bivol needs to close the later rounds like he does the early rounds. Don't give him the later rounds like, oh, I'm tired, and take punches like you're getting beat like he did in his last. Maybe around round 11. I think in round 11 he really did slow down a lot, and the judges saw, okay, he's taking punishment, but in reality they forgot about the other round.
So you feel like that round was more decisive to Beterbiev?
That round, yeah.
Where the first three rounds, sometimes the judges split them.
The same thing that happened to Bivol happened to Madrimov. There was one round. There was only one round. I don't remember if it was 9 or 10 rounds with the Madrimov versus Crawford. That Crawford started unloading on him, and that was the only round. And on Bivol, the same thing. Beterbiev started unloading on Bivol in the 11th, I think. So it was only one round that made it seem like, oh, these guys are hurt, but no, they weren't. And that made the change for the fight, the decision.
Yeah.